Press the go live button. Alrighty. So, we are going to do a custom battle tonight. Because I was in the mood for something other than just naval realistic. This is a custom battle I've run before, but then of course not during stream and haven't gotten video of it. But to quickly go over the rules, it's a ship versus aircraft custom battle. I'm currently not in a voice call either, so don't worry about that. And we'll go over the rules first. So, the aircraft team that can join in this battle. No jet aircraft, no bombs bigger than 250 kilos or 500 pounds, because otherwise the chance that you'll instantly detonate a ship is a bit too great. No napalm either, because that wipes out the entire anti-air suite of ships. No rocket pods, because that's just too many rockets. When I say no rocket pods, I'm thinking of stuff like the French Corsair, which can have these, I think Mighty Mice rocket pods, or no, there's something else. But none of those. No, and hello there. So no large rockets either, like Tiny Tims and Red Angels. Not necessarily because of their payload, but more because of their range. Same with Zunis, of course, but they're part of the rocket pods. Number of torps equaling the number of engines. This is something we decided because the first time I ran this event, HETF is allowed. HETF is allowed, but we'll get there. The first time we ran this event, the AM-1 Mauler, which can carry 3 torpedoes, was a really popular choice, and I found it a bit too boring to just have everybody run that aircraft. Turboprops is fine as well, but you do have to be careful about your ordnance then, that you carry it. That you carry the right kind of ordnance. So no BTDs with 2 torps, no A2Ds with 2 torps, no AM-1 Maulers with 2 torpedoes either. But if you have like a medium, like if you have a twin-engine aircraft with two torpedoes, like an H6K, which is actually 4-engined, H6K, H8K, I think the German HE111 with 2 torpedoes is fine as well. The British Wellington with 2 torpedoes also got good, but that's... If you want to carry multiple torpedoes on your aircraft, you need to have more engines, just to make it a bit easier for the ships. No more than 4 bombs dropped or pass. I did that one because if you want to take something like, for example, a B-29, that you don't just carpet bomb a single ship in a pass. Not that I think you'll well, you can get close enough. That's the interesting part about this custom battle. You will get close enough. PO-9 with 3 torpedoes, also fine. And then, finally, no mines either. Then, for the ships. If you want to place a ship, fine. But no battleships or battlecruisers, because they're way too tanky to airdrop torpedoes. And no high explosive variable time fuses, because they're way too easy to use. You are allowed to use HETF. The rule saying no HEVT also does mean that some ships are not allowed to partake, such as Pittsburgh, Des Moines, and HMS Tiger, because they only have HEVT shells under 3-inch guns. So they're not allowed to be used. Only 1 ship spawn. Mainly because of the size of the map, you will never be able to meet up with the ships that have already left. So what you're allowed to do is either just spectate your other teammates or join the aircraft team. And I'd definitely recommend joining the aircraft team. And other than that, the fog. This battle will take place in fog. And that messes with your AI gunners. You'll have to do a lot of manual gunnery. So I recommend taking something with a search radar as well. Then it is just take something tanky. You can take a destroyer, you can take coastal vessels if you so want to. Of course, remember, no VT shells. And when I say no HEVT, anti-air missiles also count in that, because they work as VT. So no SATA, no Douglas, and no Bravi. As long as you don't use the missiles at least. But yeah, you can take whatever you want as long as it's not a battleship or battlecruiser, and I would personally recommend taking a cruiser. So again, a recap. There we go. Yes, and no mines, not at all, because I can't really regulate if somebody would use it against a ship directly, but no mines. Those are the rules, basically. But now back to the actual streaming one. So, either you try and find this session with the custom battle searcher, just to look through custom battles, look for my name as the host, and the password is right there on your screen. The other way you can do it is you just message me in game, ask for an invite, and we can get going. You can take DDs without HVT, yep. I think Glorious will count as a battle cruiser for our intent and purpose, because I think it has the same survivability. But yes, if you're joining to watch, if you want to join, send me a message in game, or try and find the lobby in the custom battle thing, and just, yeah, password is right there. I'll wait for until 10:15, so another 9 minutes, and then we might start the first round. Another thing to note as well is, there you go, gives you an invite. Another thing to note is I prefer a 1-to-1 ratio. Planes and ships will work, especially if you have more ships and planes. But preferably I have more aircraft than ships. Currently we're roughly equal, actually have more ships than aircraft. And remember, and actually I don't think I've said it already, but the cross team, the team I'm on, is for ships. The star team is for aircraft. And now we'll just wait for people to join. If they want to join, that is. Join in progress is also on, so if people join the stream later, they can always join in as well. But we'll give it another 8 minutes before we'll start. And this lineup should work, although a bit more aircraft should be fine. I do have the Tonne spaded, yes, but my preference still goes to Aoba, because I don't think Tonne has air search radar. And that radar will be really important. Sure thing. The other problem I have with Tonne as well is that most of its anti-air is in the rear. Also, that's not really what's going to be all that useful. I don't know if it's more common, but the other reason I kind of wanted to put this event out there is to just show people that this is a really easy event to do. It doesn't require any complicated map or anything like that. This is just a map I got from Morton Alive. And a concept I just created with a few of my buddies, and it works. So if you want to host something like this yourself, it's it's relatively easy rules. Sure we can. I'll just have to Alt-Tab and do that real quick. Where do I do that again? I have to go to Edit Channel. Where is that again? And there it is. That should do it. That way you can see how many people there are in there. Alrighty. What ships? I'll go over the rules again. Let's go here. That should be this. So anything that just matches up with that rule set. Oh, the team, sorry. That will be... Yes, Cross is team ships. The star team is team aircraft. Ah, yeah, I read that question wrong. Oh, well. We're currently... Okay, so we have 5, 6, 7, 8 ships, and we have 7 aircraft. I will probably switch then, if that's the case. But we'll see if more people join us, but I kind of doubt it. There we go. It's still 5 more minutes before we'll start, but I do want to start at 15. The fog really messes with it. I heavily recommend you do manual AA. The AI gunners will not keep up. At least that is from my previous experience running this event, but the fog makes it impossible for the AI gunners to function properly. Which is also partly why this event becomes more fun for the aircraft, is because they're no longer fighting AI gunners. They're fighting the manual gunners. Yep, exactly, Deutschland. Okay, we now, I think, even, which is fine. I have a preference for a higher ratio of aircraft, but that's not necessarily especially good as you go into higher numbers of players. Also, another fair warning, this is a pretty slow event. I think me and Hylia Knight actually just a little test run earlier this week. And it takes the first aircraft around about 8 minutes before it reaches the ships. I see what you mean. Actually, Antonio, I'd say that you just ditch the first 2 bombs. Or you can, or yeah, just you pass 3 times, dropping 4, 4 and 2. But you cannot, I prefer if you don't drop more than 4. I will also add though, I haven't actually played this event the last time I ran this event, I banned bombs altogether because it was really complicated trying to figure that out. But yeah. It is 4 bombs and a single pass on 1 target. So if you can make a run where you'll pass over 3 ships, you can drop 4 on the first one, 4 on the next one, and 2 on the third one. If you manage to do that, that's another question, but that's something you can do. By the way, I am going to leave that lobby password text sitting there in case people join in later and want to find the lobby on their own and just want to join. Another note as well, the vehicle restrictions aren't something hard-coded into the custom battle, so I do hope everybody just keeps to the rules, and if not, you'll just get kicked. Simple as. It's not forward, Sam. God damn it. Yep, just get yourself ready. We are at a good enough ratio for me. So yeah, just start readying up. And we'll get going in a minute. Okay, everybody's ready. Before we go, also, you need to take your spawn point 3 is the one you have to do. Spawn point 3. If both for ships and aircraft, it's spawn point 3. For both ships and aircraft. It'll become pretty obvious. You basically just have to spawn at the fjord all the way at the top of the map. And off we go then. Yeah. It's just, yeah, we'll see. Sure thing, RB, we're just about to start. Yep, this is right. So you spawn in, like, the ships spawn up here, the aircraft spawn up here. So ships spawn up here at spawn point 3, and the aircraft will spawn right over here. Oh, I forgot to actually mention, the ship spawns are just one spawn point location, so if we all spawn at the same time, we'll spawn inside of each other. So you might want to actually, yeah, delay the spawns a bit. And I forgot, oh god damn it, I forgot that. That's fine. I forgot to disable the AIs, but they're just gonna mess around at their own area. I was testing this map out earlier. But yeah, delay the ship spawns a bit. And we'll have a slightly scuffed first match. Just start spawning. There we go. I'd also recommend that the first ships just wait a little bit, so until everybody can spawn in. Okay, Chapo can spawn in then. And I'll go. As you can see, a very dense fog. And this genuinely messes up with your AI gunners. There we go. We have our little fleet assembled. I think this is everybody. Okay, we can maybe rejoin us. And now we'll just get started. I'll zoom the map in a bit. It seems there are actually AI aircraft spawning over there. God damn it. Should be fine. Yeah, Phoenix, but it's fine. It's also because I don't actually have a list of the allowed vehicles. I basically only have a list of excluded vehicles, but even then. That's perfectly fine, as long as you're not firing VT. And we'll be able to tell in the kill feed if you're firing VT or not. Yep, that is also allowed. TF is fine. But yeah, the first opening minutes are going to be a bit boring, as we'll have to wait for them to come in, and we're... Oh boy. We should be fine though.
Roger that.
Ah yeah, don't use sky planes. That's a bad idea. Because custom map shenanigans. Yep, still not a thing that's been fixed. Can extend my radar range as well. And now we wait for the first wave of aircraft. Obviously what happens too is that we keep just crawling closer and closer towards the aircraft spawn. So these aircraft waves will come in quicker and quicker over time. Yeah, the last time I ran this event we did use a Scharnhorst as well. But it's really tanky. First aircraft has been spotted. That's an AI though. Yep. And we're fine. Yeah, as you can tell, visibility is next to nothing. Like you can barely see the outline of that Pier 206 over there, and that's, if my scope is to be believed, 1.7 kilometers away.
Somebody attack him!
Okay, the first wyvern has arrived. There we go. And more are coming.
Attack the enemy! Attack the enemy!
Yep, there goes the first aircraft. Straight past us. And the AI gunners haven't seen a thing. That's one shot is Sverdlov.
Engaging the enemy!
Aircraft ahead. Are those 500-pound bombs? Jeez, they do a lot of damage. Yeah, I know there were 500-pound bombs on the 82. Should be. We might have to lighten our bomb restriction then. That's a lot of damage for two of them to hit me. There's also a little bit of an experiment to use bombs in this one. Because I do remember the last time we didn't use bombs at all. And maybe for the second round we'll do that as well. Hey, by the way, Fox in the Box, the ship team is not allowed, or well, you can spawn aircraft if you want, but you're not allowed to meddle then. Because it is supposed to purely, it's supposed to be purely a planes versus ship game mode. Or event.
Destroy the target! Take him down!
Did I see something behind us? Nope. Yes, splashes. Little bumper to New Orleans. And that should be the first wave fought off with one loss. Those bombs are a lot more potent than I thought they would be. At this stage in the game, we're already pretty far out from the spawn. What are you in? Pier 206, I guess, could catch up. But preferably I wouldn't actually like the ship to respawn. Because after a certain time, the single ship will just be... It will be a while until it can catch up. We're already 10 minutes out. Target spotted. Yeah. When a ship gets sunk, either spectate or join back as an aircraft. Basically. We're already losing people behind. Already. We need to slow down then. What is that? PBY just sitting there. It is no longer just sitting there. There's something coming from over there as well. Wyvern. It's close. There it is. Those bombs will hurt. Yep, we're slowing down. And we just keep an eye out.
I'm sorry.
That might be an AI spotted on radar. It is. Wyvern's coming back in. Maybe. Here, you can't see it. There it is. And there goes Yatna. You might have to get rid of the bombs again, like we did in the original event. They seem a bit too potent.
Somebody attack him.
Yeah, it's a very long travel distance. Alrighty. Yep. The thing is, if you do a 250-pound limit, what kilogram would that be equivalent of? Like 100? You don't have 125s, do you? Nope. There I go, broke my front turrets, but that's fine. 125, but that's... yeah, 120 I think we have a few of. French carry those. But yeah. 60 kilos, sure. But yeah, we'll have to definitely reduce the bomb load for the next one. There's something coming in, but I can't see it. Torpedo as well. Why are my guns not hitting? And a torpedo hit. And there I go. By PBY-58 torpedoes. So what I'll do is I'll return to hangar and switch teams to the aircraft. So the viewers can get a idea of what it looks like for the aircraft. So change team. Oh, there we go. Let's change team to aircraft. Yep, I need to actually choose the correct spawn first. What are those fires burning? Probably the crashed AIs then. Looking at where the Nimrod is going, probably. And we'll just keep going until we see a ship. So we do know roughly where the ships are. And there is no way to decrease it, and that's the thing. I do not want to decrease it. Because keeping it this thick makes it a challenge for both the aircraft and the ships.
Attention to the map.
Hello there, Nick. exactly. Yeah, I might have to scrap the whole idea of actually using bombs for this event. Didn't think that the 500 pounders would be that potent. You can assume the fighting is going over there. There's a ship spotted. And if you're joining this, if you want to join this event midway through, you would probably have to join the aircraft team though. And there it goes. Yep, we'll have to get rid of the 500, but we'll have to get rid of the bombs. They're a bit too potent. There's a cliff up ahead of me. Turboprops maybe as well, they're too fast. Yep. But that's also part of why I really want to do this event again, to just see what works and what doesn't work anymore. Because surprisingly, it is very difficult to actually make a custom battle with both where aircraft fight ships and where it's fun for both parties. Also need to not fly into this cliff. Alrighty, we'll just re-invite you. The match is pretty much over anyways. We just need one more, and it's Yuki in his pure 206. Yeah, I'll also get rid of the bots when we do our next round. It was a mistake on my part. From some testing earlier. I've banned the Bravi, because I don't want to use HEVT. And welcome, Tyrael. Gotten up early, I assume. Anyways, now we have to hunt down a PR-206. Never mind, we don't have to hunt one down. We found it. There goes my tail. So he is here.
Attention to the map.
And we'll get into something a bit more nimble. That, or we just get the next match started, of course. Let's just try sinking the PR-206 first, and then we'll get the next round going anyways. And those are not the rockets I want. There is no real objective for the ships. For the objective of the ships is just survive as long as possible. Theoretically, the ship's objective is to just make it out of the fjord. But that is never going to happen. And yes, you can use guns. There's no restrictions on guns. You can just gun down ships as well. And there we go. So back to the hangar, and we'll get the next round rolling with some more restrictions. First off, just everybody back to the hangar. It's not testing, it is genuinely actually an event I did in the past. And this is just it. Nothing too grand about it. But yeah, we'll have to get rid of bombers. Yep, this is just a short notice fun thing. Where's the rules? I'll put them back up again for the stream to see. That's not the button I wanted to press, that's the one. But of course now, we're going to make those rules a bit stricter. So, just no bombs, period. Unless they're really teeny tiny little bombs, then maybe. I want to say bombs of 100 pounds to like 50 or 60 kilos, something like that. I kind of still want to include the 60 kilo ones, but otherwise Japan is just no small bombs. Let me actually double check what the payload of the 60 kilo bomb is. 25 kilos. So yeah, we might do that. We keep the restriction of only 4 bombs on a single target and a single pass. They don't have any 100-pound bombs at all? Then Britain has no bombs, I guess. Yeah, I'll just do that then. I'll just do 100 pounds or 50 kilos. You don't have that tough luck. That means that torpedoes and rockets are fine. Yeah, still, no. I want to make it way smaller. Because the thing is, if I ban the Tiny Tim with its 68 kilos of TNT, but allow 250-pound bombs of 58 kilos of TNT, bit redundant then. Let's just do that. We'll go with 100 pounds or 50 kilos. No bomb delay is fine too. Do this. Well, the thing is, as long as you don't blow yourself up, of course. Yes, you can spawn in a plane after down a ship, but not on the ship team. The ships are not allowed to have friendly aircraft up. Also, can we get that guy out of the match? Mr. Naughty Name in Dutch. Because I cannot change the mission parameters, if of course he's still in there, but okay. Bombs are becoming smaller. And preferably no turboprops either then, because they're a bit too fast. The PR-206 was strong enough. It's more that the cruisers died really quickly compared to what they should be doing. Yeah. T-32 has to get back in though. You can't ready up yet because somebody else is in the match. There we go. Just get out. He probably went in to tell him to get out. Perfect. AP bombs are fine because they're very... it's fine. Oh, did I not invite you? Could have sworn I invited you. Sure thing, Tyrell. I'll give it a minute then. In the meantime, I'm going to change the settings. So this is that map. And include bots? No. There we go. So those are the rules. I think yeah. Just smaller bombs, no turboprops. That's all that changed. That's a lot more ships compared to aircraft now, which I can understand. Theoretically speaking, it's also not the biggest problem if ships outnumber the planes. As long as the ships at least join the aircraft team as soon as they sink. But you might want a few more planes in here if possible. T-19S. Oh, that's small S, but there we go. Do I need to change my ship lineup? I might. Or my plane lineup, rather. Be fine. That is correct. Crosses are ships, stars are planes. Yeah, just message me in game or find the lobby. And find the lobby and enter the password. But the easiest way is you just message me in game. It'll be a lot of ships to deal with. It should be possible. Although, again, if you can get into an aircraft, get into an aircraft. Or if you want to get into an aircraft. And do know the last round is a bit short for the ship captains. Yes, that is correct, but I... Again, just try to stick to the bomb sizes. I understand it's rather annoying that it's just that bombs are really potent against ships. Who would have guessed? Well, torpedoes are as potent as some rockets can be as well. It's just a lot more difficult to land a torpedo. Especially with slower aircraft. Okay, now the numbers are good. But by just looking at the difference between red and blue, numbers look good. Do you still want to just give it a minute for Tyrael to show up? I got pinged a few times in Discord to check what that was bad. Yeah. Preferably I do another 2 more rounds. And then probably just onto a more normal level, but we'll see. We'll see how this event goes. Yeah, the last time I ran this event I just bombed any uses of bombs anyways. It was a whole lot more manageable. Then again, the last time we also had a few battleships, and they were a lot tankier to torpedoes. The last round will do a bit more freedom. But not this one. This one will just do more restrictions. I do not know. I'm not that proficient with rockets. I do not know if AP or SAP HE is better for RP3s, especially against ships. That is also true, but remember that this time with 50-50, all the ships got sunk pretty quickly. And I think it should be fine. We'll see. If it's not fine, we'll see. I'm trying to remember how many ships we actually had compared to planes. It's like 8, was it triple? Triple the planes to ships? I don't remember. Yeah, because of the bombs as well. That's equal. Well, yeah, the last round was equal, but I don't know if... It might also be the case that the battleships were... That the battleships, if they lead the fleet, are such great just damage absorbers that the rest of the fleet stays alive longer. So we'll see after this round, and then maybe we'll add more battleships in again, but it seems everybody's ready. I'm again just waiting for Tyrael, as he said his game is updating. I hope you all don't mind too much. Okay, sure thing. You'll join us aircraft anyways. We'll get started then. We'll see how it goes, and we'll see what to do for the next round afterwards. So I should have disabled the bots. That should be fine. And remember, spawn point 3. And the ships, be sure to, you know, spread out your spawns a bit. So you don't all mesh into each other. What do I spawn first? Kinda want to just do a rocket strike just for fun. Yep, I need to choose my spawn point. Spawn point 3. Don't forget, spawn point 3. Not like I almost forgot. It's fine. There we go. Seems somebody forgot, but that's fine. You can just J out and get to the right spawn. There goes a torpedo. Actually, I want to do single. Ah, I did say no turbo props. Let me just put it in all chat again. Oop, I think you just noticed. Yeah, he just crashed into its mud. Go. Yeah, I know. I remember you saying that the get stream muted. And I'll be in for a long flight. Just gonna see what can happen again. It's no problem. It's no problem. Also, did you actually hear the restrictions I put in? Did you hear the new restrictions I put in? Because you might not have now to think of it, seeing as I had it muted. I need to... Yep. Yes, I did post it there as well. It should have posted pretty earlier. Torpedo bombs is fine, okay. The restrictions, I think you're listening now. Restrictions are no bombs bigger than 100 pounds or 50 kilos, and no turboprops. That's all. That's it. That was the only updated restrictions. What is milk carrying? Because this thing should have 60 kilo bombs. Yeah, 60 kilo bombs will let slide, like 120 pounders as well, stuff like that. It's fine if you find that payload. Just basically the smallest possible bomb you can fit in your plane. Small rockets are fine. Small rockets are fine. Not rocket pods though. Not like if you're carrying hundreds of them. No. But like HFARs, RP3s, these tiny little Japanese rockets, those are fine. We do indeed have an SM-79 with a torpedo. Seems like I'll be rushing headfirst into the ships. An F6F with a torpedo might be really dangerous actually, seeing as the torpedo has really good drop statistics. Okay, yeah, that's carrying. I might actually have to do some testing with bomb filler off stream in the future if I want to do this event again. Seems all the ships are doing fine. getting close to visual range of the ships. They should be around here-ish now, I think. Actually, 5 minutes have passed. Yeah, around there-ish. Should be fine. To make a left-hand turn. And I guess we'll spot the ships as soon as they open fire on us. Yep, they're there. That's what I thought. He's gonna come in from behind and try and torpedo somebody. And he did. I would say that's like close enough to the ship spawn where they can rejoin. As long as the fleet wants to slow down. Yeah, probably. I will say though, it is a bit... Antonio, I know that you're trying to just... You're sinking ships basically as most efficiently as possible. But that is not fun if you're being a ship. So you might have to just stick within the fjord limits. Yep, no more just wall diving, just stick within the fjord basically. And come at them head on. But Jepa, you can respawn in a ship. Fine. I have no clue what's shooting me. It's a lot. There goes G8. There's a Sherbakov in there. That was way too short. And down we go. There's quite a few ships. And one torpedo. The cruiser just ate it. Let's go with torpedoes as well. I'll just keep going. No battleships. That's the only restriction. But the thing is, once we started a round, I do not advise spawning in a ship. But yeah, no battleships, no battle cruisers. That's the only restrictions on the ship side. Actually, no. The other restriction is also no VT rounds. So stuff like the Pittsburgh, I think we might actually have to put battleships in just for survivability reasons. So the Pittsburgh, the Des Moines, and stuff like HMS Tiger are not allowed either because they have VT by default and you can't switch off of it. Yeah, I think we might bring back battleships. Just for survivability reasons. Baltimore is allowed, as long as you don't carry any VT on it. It's just Pittsburgh's 3-inch guns. Well, those American 3-inch guns in general just carry VT rounds by default. And you can't switch off of those. Tyrrell has joined us. I mean, yeah, seeing that kamikazing doesn't really do any damage. But you can do that. Maybe, but the thing is, we're losing ships quicker than I thought we would. And battleships can take up a lot of damage, especially early on, including battle cruisers. Whilst the anti-air performance on battleships is not really the best anti-air out there anymore either, compared to some of the cruisers. What's happening to Tyrrell there? He's bringing bombs, is he? Oh yeah. Just gonna put it in the all chat again. The team chat. Remind you again. Change adjusted. I need to be careful I didn't fly into a wall, but then what is it? Around 120. Yeah, just in time before we start going close to a wall. Which I know might actually material. Don't know what his bombs are loaded is though. Ah, yeah, no. Of weight. There we go. Put in the old chat. And we continue on. We're getting closer to ships again. Remember that in-air reloads are a thing. So if you just drop your torpedo and circle around whilst you're reloading, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, the flight is quite long now, but I think in the past we've gotten ships all the way over here. But that is with battleships allowed, so it was usually just a battleship that could go all the way up there. We'll reinstate the battleships. The problem is then who gets... The last time around this event I had one battleship for every 6 ships in total. Except no VT fuses. No VT fuses at all. That's still not a thing I want to allow, because that's a bit too potent. Especially for some of these slower aircraft. No VT fuse shells. No proximity shells. Whatsoever. Time fused shells are allowed though. The TF rounds, just not VT. That's what the flag. That's what the flag. Here goes E7. Let's see what that torpedo does. Meantime, I'm also distracting them. Ooh, there we go. They'll cut off by 45. I don't actually know what would be the best heavy AA. I'm gonna go with... Key-67 is a lot faster though, so I'll take that one first. So yeah, the ships are over there now. What do you think, Annie? Fuso doesn't really have... It's only 3 dual 127s aside. Wouldn't the Americans have better ones? Like the Arizona and stuff like that? Because they're TF shells, aren't they, on those 5-inch guns? But I think Arizona has 4 of them aside? Not 6? Also, Fuso also only has 4. It's the Congos with, right with TF maybe, yeah. It doesn't, well, it relies on VT, all American ships do, because VT is a really good anti-air shell, but you can just not equip VT. And, well, no, the short-range AA of the American late-war battleships, like the Alaska, like the Nevada, are really good as well, with all those Bofors and 20 mils. So it's still a valid choice to take with you. Ooh, that's actually a good point. Duilio has what, 5 90mm guns on either side with TF? And those 135s also use TF rounds. There's also 6 aside. You might be wondering, if you're looking at the kill feed now, we're not sinking the ships nearly fast enough, but believe me, that's just how the start of this match should be. That the ships die slowly, but they're moving closer and closer to the air spawn, so they're going to come under heavier and heavier air attack. That's how it should work. Some people ditch the torpedoes because we have inner reloads, so if you ditch it, it'll go a little bit faster. Anti-air submarines? Not that I know of. There are plenty of submarines with anti-air guns for self-defense reasons. But other than that, no. If that's what you mean with sub, at least. I mean, there are plenty of sub-chasers with quite a hefty anti-air armament, but they're nowhere near as potent as blue water vessels would be with anti-air. Okay, it seems the fighting is very close. We have a lot of aircraft in the area too. Okay, let's try coming in. And 1 shot down. Should be a few torpedo hits, you'd think. If you can align yourself. Oh, that should be a dead destroyer. Oh, he just dodged it. That's a torpedo hit on that cruiser. We need to get out of dodge. SAMs are not allowed either because they count as VT shells. Letterbook just ate a torpedo. But yeah. And there goes the Shadowbook off to torpedoes. turn back in. Oh, that might be a kill. It was a hit at least. Yes. But the same carpet bombing rule counts for 50 kg bombs though. We're slowly picking them off. Like their destroyers are getting sunk. Yes, that is a possibility. You do not have to engage the aircraft. You can just sneak past. That is allowed. And there goes the Spectate. And to the deleter, that's because the AI cannot see them. The fog messes with the AI gunners. Technically speaking, Tyrius, for the boats, the objective is just exit the fjord. Nope, that's a mountain. The ship's objective is exit the fjord, but it is physically impossible for the ships. So their objective really is just survive. And just have a bit of fun, dodging incoming air attacks, fighting off with anti-aircraft guns. We don't need to. I have enabled in-air reloads for a reason. But yeah, this is working more like it should be. With ships slowly but surely falling off. And the torpedo being one of the more popular weapons. Like, genuinely the objective of this game is not to win, it is just to have fun. Like, have fun with aircraft you don't really use, like torpedo bombers. Especially the bigger ones. Have fun with anti-air ships and just manual AA, which you wouldn't do often. Basically creating a scenario you wouldn't see in normal game matches and having fun with it. I will also add, and from the screenshot I showed earlier at the start of the stream, you might have seen, when I did this event the last time, I had a fun round as well, where the entire aircraft team, or pretty much everybody who could on the aircraft team, spawned in a swordfish. And we just did runs with swordfish. And that can be quite fun if you fly in, the entire team flies in with the same aircraft. We're definitely going to do a few more rounds after this, but now you can see how long a round. Like, the length of this round is how it should be. Yeah. Like, I'm happy with the restrictions on bombs, and that's really how it should be. I do understand that it can be very satisfying to bomb a ship as well, but the ships just need to survive for much longer. I think Tyrell has figured out how he's There's only 4 more ships remaining, and I think I might have to do some server stuff. Material books. Were you doing this on the European server? For as far as I remember, Material is Australian. Spain might be quite a hellscape at the moment. He's still here. Yeah, he's back in his BTD. We are swarming this. When the fleet starts getting swarmed like this, it's pretty much over. Or it should be. Ship on the left. Torpedo to hit the rear of it. There we go. That London is as good as toast. Yep, there it goes. I will say, like, flying around like this can become very disorientating. But I think we're still good. Yep. And there goes the Sherbakov. It should only be 1 more left. Deutschland is right at the front. But probably not for much longer. I think he's getting swarmed in every single direction. Die. Not yet. And there we go. That was a successful round in my opinion. The ships got not quite as far as they did in previous rounds, but that was with no battleships. I hope everybody enjoyed that, despite the heavy restrictions. And we'll get back into the hangar to start up the next one. They are a lot more fun. So everybody back to the hangar. Now, what do we want to do for this next round? Do we allow battleships? In 30 minutes? The thing is, if the round is still ongoing, probably not. Because you cannot join up with the ships once they've departed. You just can't. Okay, now the question is, if we allow battleships again, what ratio? Do we just do anybody who has a battleship takes a battleship? Because that can get very messy. So I'll just put it in the chat as well. But what ratio? Because I probably want to join as well. Basically, I'd want the people to put in the chat. So, this chat. I want to sail EB in this next round. I'm not going to limit it to certain nations. I'm fine with any of them. I can capture this disabled, yeah. Or put it in the stream chat as well. So Sam wants to be one. Yuki, I assume you want to be one. Torpedo depth for aircraft? No, there isn't. There is no way you can choose torpedo depth for aircraft. And that's kind of the issue. Big old sneeze, but no. So that's Yuki and Sam in a battleship. Anybody else that wants to be in a battleship, just put I. Just to get an idea of how many people want to be in battleships. Okay, that's 5. That's 6. You know, at this point, we have 7 ships. I think there... Yeah, sure. You know what? I am very inclined that anybody who wants to be a battleship, take a battleship. Take whatever you want for ships. Remember, though, no HEVT. No HEVT. That's the only rule, and we'll just go with it. Okay, I'll invite him again. I've got another message as well, probably another... That's Phoenix. Well, small rockets are fine as well. Custom is in Converse Card. It should just be, it's real... Well, no, it's not realistic battles. Look for me to host it. If you cannot find it in the custom battle thing, just message me in game and I'll invite you. Oh, there it is. That's the one I had to do. I clicked on somebody else, I think. Oops. Yes, you can. I think if you want to do a fast coastal boat to catch up, sure. You probably won't. Oh, I wish as well. But at this point, I'd say anybody who wants to take a battleship, take one. Because what we can do as aircraft as well, I can just lift restrictions if the battleships get close and close. There we go. Invite him. And remember, cross-team is ships, which in this case is going to be a lot of battleships, and the star team is planes. Perhaps, seeing as there's probably going to be a lot of battleships sailing around. But yeah, battlecruiser is fine as well. Sure, take no ship restrictions now, except for VT. Just no HEVT. That's the only restriction. But other than that, take whatever you want. And if we see that it's going to be way too difficult to break through, which I think it will with these numbers, the planes will swap over to heavier and heavier ordnance. The same plane rules as we did last round. So very small bombs, torpedoes, mostly tiny rockets. And yeah, if you have been a ship the entire time, I understand you want to do battleships now because we allow them now. But try an aircraft, might be fun. Stars for ships. No, stars for planes. Cross is for ships. Star equals planes, because my voice, not everybody might be listening. And as soon as everybody's ready, we'll head off. We'll get started. I think I might take my American lineup as well, so I might just change over a few aircraft. F6F. Don't launch hydroplanes, because remember, they're broken in custom matches. They won't work. Do I have anything interesting here? Corsair. Oh, that was not the Corsair. Do not launch hydroplanes, because they will not work. Other than that, I think we're good to go. Everybody's ready. And we'll just get started right away. It'll be a challenge for the aircraft team, but it'll be fine. We play this for fun after all, and a bit of a challenge. Oh, I cannot carry H4s and rockets, that's fine. Let's go with the Helldiver then. And take your spawn point again. Remember, correct spawn point number 3. It doesn't really a big deal if you forget, you just JAT and respawn. The ships, however, there might be a cluster with how they spawn in all together. God, that's a lot of ships. But we'll see how it'll go. Oh, that's the ocean. Need to go up. I kind of actually at some point contemplated doing this in Sim, but I think for the aircraft, trying to find all the ships and not sail into the mountains would be a bit too difficult in this fog. Then it kind of... Whilst flying in Sim can be fun, it kind of scares people off as well. B-17? What are you doing in the B-17? Oh, you might have not heard my rules, have you? Oh, we'll see. Yep. Material seems to have found out not to use the scout planes. Yeah, exactly. But the things I know that sim pilots do like a challenge. I myself would actually try this in sim as well. I do have a use for it, but it's a bit too difficult. Especially since the ships in sim don't really have any kind of extra difficulty. Yeah, doing this in sim without the fog might be a good shot. Might be a good try. But that's the other thing as well. The main reason I wanted to stream this is to just give people this idea. Like this map. Ship spawn here, aircraft spawn there. And just go at it. Experiment with it yourself. I'm not so sure if this map is still that easy to find on War Thunder Live. But I think I have the link for it saved somewhere that I might put in the description of the stream afterwards too. I should have done it at the start really. I forgot that the Helldiver is kind of slow. I think it's spaded, isn't it? Yep. That B-17 is a bit ballsy, I must admit. Taking that thing out. The thing is though, Converse Cat, what size bombs are you equipped with? Because you might have taken bombs a bit too big for what I wanted. Although, I'm going to be a bit more lax about the bomb sizes now because we're using battleships, but try to stick with the adjusted rules we put out. Of course, if you join in a bit late, you might not have heard them. But yeah, that's a lot of bits. And seeing, as I said, no restrictions on the amount of battleships, that's gonna be a lot of battleships. Took 500s? Yeah, we set to lower the bomb size to 120. 250s. 500 kilos, 500 pounds, it should be in the... If you took the 1000 pounders, that's no good. You have to take smaller bombs than that. Yeah. Again, if it's 500 pounders, that's fine. 500 kilos is a bit too much. That's 1000 pounder. Ah, that's pounds then, Converse Cat, not kilos. That's fine. If you have 500 pounders, that's like LB, that's fine. It's just as kilos is, you know, double the weight. That's a cliff ahead. Let's just give torpedoes. That's fine. 500 pound is fine. Remember, try not to carpet bomb ships then. But yeah. Yep, that's where they should be at this time mark. Down goes first Hellcat. Let me just double check the trop range. 700ish, that's fine. You can hear the shell's impact. And enemy fleet sighted. Something I recommend you do, captains, and something I did when we ran this event originally, is just you hold fire. The entire fleet holds fire until the planes get really close for maximum scare factor. It's something I recommend you. You don't have to. You can try. Because of course seeing all these tracers in the distance means we know where you are. And we can only see the tracers. Okay, those shells were very close. Steering into them. What's that firing all those tracers? Wait. Oh, Jesus. That was a main gun as well. Did I manage to launch a torpedo or did it drown? It drowned. Ooh. Oop, what happened to Tyrael? Oh, don't tell me his internet cut out or something like that, right? Ah, might have. It's a shame. Got to switch servers. Well, he's switching sides. Alright, if he wants to join us. What I think is the most fun thing to do during this event is if you can organize either side to just take similar ships or similar aircraft. Because I do remember the highlight of the last time around this event was one aircraft wave was just swordfish. So you might do that next round. Just get a bunch of... yeah. I think what I want to do for the next round, we'll keep it short and sweet. We'll do like 2 Scharnhorsts and all swordfish, if people are up for that. Something like along those lines. Keep thinking like Deutschen and Octon have kills, but yeah, they respawn and they start. Yeah, like German fleet versus swordfish could be an interesting idea if we do that for a round. The problem though on this map is that swordfish are really slow, so it takes a long time to get to the ships. Anyway, I think next round we'll do a bit of a meme round. Although, to make it a bit easier, if we do a single Scharnhorst against tons of swordfish, I might just remove the fog. Yeah, that sounds like a plan for the next round. We'll do no fog, one Scharnhorst, and nothing but swordfish. Scharn is a Scharnhorst, the German battlecruiser. The swordfish is a British biplane torpedo bomber. The plane most famously known for crippling the rudder of the Bismarck. Yep, that's the one. Take something as close to a swordfish as possible. That would be the TBD Devastator. The TBD would, I think, be an acceptable American plane to have in there. I do know that some people don't have swordfish, which to me sounds a bit shocking, but it's understandable. Yeah. You might have to switch over to the... Swordfish is not reserve, it's a 1.3 plane? It's not a reserve plane. I don't think it is. You probably could, yeah. Yeah. The furthest I've seen a battleship go is like in between the aircraft spawns. Is the furthest I've seen battleships go. And at that point they are constantly getting hammered. And we know that torpedoes are really finicky against battleships. I know of that. But we're just gonna try. We're gonna see what we can do in the first few minutes. Although, I'm already thinking we can lift the restrictions of the number of torpedoes equals number of engines. So I think we might allow planes like the BTD and AM-1 Mauler to be used, if the torpedoes really do no damage. I think we're seeing the tactical usage of torpedoes right now, of long range. But there's something right here. Get the hell out of the dodge! And he dodged a torpedo. And there we go. It's right around the corner. I'd say at this point, use BTDs with the 2 torpedoes, I'd say is allowed. Because it is hard, we are outnumbered as well. Stuff like BTDs. If they keep getting closer without any substantial losses, we'll increase the armament as we go along. But we'll try our best with torpedoes. I really like the cockpit of the BTD as well. Okay. The torpedo's not aimed for him. It hit him nonetheless. We did indeed get one. That was totally a skillfully launched torpedo and not pure luck. Totally intended. Seems like Tyrrell's... Where is he? He's ahead of me. Why is he so fast?
Attention to the designated grid zone.
Yeah, I can imagine. Ah, he's dropping his torpedoes. Considerable speed boost. Seeing as I reload anyways, that's perfectly allowed.
Attention to the map.
Yep, they're getting closer to the bend. It's kind of surprising because we start with a heavy ship advantage, but the numbers are already starting to even out. And that's going to be getting close to one of the cliff walls. And this is torpedoes again for speed. These are really good airdrop torpedoes, actually. The more I look at them. 5.5 kilometer range. Bit slow, but it's fine for an airdrop torpedo. 400 kilos of TNT. Pretty good torps. Oh, will they? Remember, Tyrrell, they actually changed the damage model of torpedoes. They're no longer like heat explosions. That's a good kill. Wait, what? Yeah, I think with this most recent update actually changed the way that torpedo explosions work. They're now more of a just round like a bomb explosion. A cheese shell explosion rather than a heat type of damage. Not real shatter, no. It's just a different type of explosive. Because in the past, torpedoes functioned like heat shells, in the terms their explosion would be work. That functioned like a heat projectile with all the penetrating power going straight ahead, instead of being, you know, an actual blast. Yes, silent torps. I'll try that as well. Also, I'm a fan of the angle torp hits. That ship is real close. That ship is real close to the corner. Right there, Scharnhorst. 2 Scharnhorst, and my torpedo didn't drop. Why did my torpedo not drop? The angle of my plane. No. Pitch the torps for speed. And on our way we go again. We've equaled out by the looks of it. One more is allowed. We're seeing that torpedo hits are doing things. Also, there might just be people changing teams as well. But yeah, for the time being, we don't have to lift any other ordnance restrictions. We haven't seen the ships trying to be sneaky yet. They might be trying to do that soon. Especially a few of the people who've played this event before. Although we have a good amount of players just hanging around there continuously chucking more torpedoes. Just camping the corner, that's fine. If it's the last ship alive, it'll know. And you don't really want to be alone as a ship either. Alrighty, we should be getting into the fight soon. You have to remember these torps have a 5.5 kilometer range. We could do some speculative shooting as well. I do kind of need to keep track of where the ocean is, because I'll get... Ooh! There goes one Harana. Victim to a Japanese armed torpedo.
Attention to the map!
What do we have here? The Scharnhorst. And there goes my wing. And my torpedo did little to no damage, but it was an angled hit as well. I'm gonna try some H4 fun, just so we can get into the action quicker. At least I think the Corsair is a bit quicker. Should be. You know what? I think it's time to lift another restriction. I'd say big rockets are allowed again. Let me just put it in the chat to see if... Because I do want to actually ask the ships if they think it's fine. Yeah, fine with...
Well done.
So... Just gonna ask in all chat so everybody knows, because not everybody might be listening in. as long as their in-game chat wants to work. Sure thing. There's a lot of videos I really need to make. I'm just getting back into the... Yeah, I need to get it back into the video making, especially the more class-like ones. But I'll certainly do that. Let's say we can use stuff like Tiny Tims now as well, because that shouldn't sink a battleship. And it's also a good test for the bomb payload stuff, but, to see how much damage a Tiny Tim will do. Let's say Tiny Tims are a go, and that was a bit of a flash, but well. I like it. Where's jet spamming? There is a plane where I can actually take a torpedo and rockets at the same time, but I don't have it, I think. I think the 82s can do that on the American side. Oof, okay. That blew me up. But now, what could I take? I think I'm gonna have to swap back to my Japanese lineup. Because I like the torpedoes more. Yep. Will also add, though, I think the ships are still moving along, so it's fine. But it is actually the intention that the ships do move along. They can't just sit wherever they want to. Unless it's to wait for teammates to catch up. Because we've been fighting around that corner for quite long, I think. No, they're there now, okay, fine. They're further along than I thought. What is a Japanese torpedo like in terms of payload? It's actually a lighter payload than the American one. Oh. The name, yeah. I don't actually think they have an official name, do they? Like an ordnance name, other than... Actually, they should. Tiny Tim should be a nickname. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that is a good lack of range. Well, 2 kilometers is still more than far enough. That is indeed a good speed. I should have taken a P1Y1 along as well. That's a really good torpedo plane for Japan. There goes another ship. And our numbers slowly but surely increase. Or they should be. Of course, if people have to leave because of the time, that's understandable. I think somebody just joined the ship team as well. Oh yeah, Tyrius would have joined as well, so didn't he? Sooner or later. Yeah, hello there, Oscar. As you can see, we're doing something a bit different. So I hope you don't mind too much. There's something over here. It's trying to be sneaky. Never mind. Pilot knocked out. You can join in, but I recommend joining as an aircraft, as the ships cannot form up with another ship. You can join. The easiest way probably is to just yeet me a message in game. Just send me an in-game message. Otherwise, look for the custom battle, and the password is on screen. Any nation, any aircraft, any aircraft. The restrictions actually, hold on. There are restrictions. Let me just really quickly put them on screen again. Just give me a second. It does mean you will not see me flying through the fog, but I think that'll be fine for the time being. And let me put this on. That's the aircraft restrictions. I'll just leave it on screen for a minute or so until we get back into the action. We have actually changed it as well. The bombs need to be smaller than that. The bombs need to be 120 pounds maximum. That's 60 kilos. And the torpedo thing has also been waived at the moment. Yeah. So that's that. Back to our stream because we are getting close into the action. And also the star team is planes, cross team is ships. And at this point you just have to join the aircraft team. This torpedo will probably do very little. Okay, that scared me. We'll see what the torpedo does. Maybe some flooding with a bit of luck. That's my plane out. I think I'm gonna start bombing. With the small bombs, but bombs nonetheless. Where are they? Oh, this one actually does have 50 kilo bombs. Good to know. If the ships reach the enemy aircraft spawn, I'm going to raise the bomb weight back to 500 pounds. If the ships reach the enemy aircraft spawn. Then the bomb restriction will go up. triple torps are already allowed, Yuki. I think I've allowed triple torps already, though. I haven't seen many people take the AM1 Mauler, though, unlike last time. I think since a while ago, since I allowed double torpedoes, I allowed the Mauler as well. Although, did I actually say that? I don't remember. But yeah, if you want to take the AM1 Mauler with 3 torpedoes, take it. Gun pods are fine, but you're not going to do much. Gun pods are fine.
Attention to the designated grid square.
Need to open the bomb bay. Let's not forget that. Do I have a bomb delay on them? I do not. So only 4 bombs on a single pass. That was the agreement. And we have to do another line if we want to bomb again. And I missed gloriously. Four more bombs out. And a lot more damage. There we go. What do you mean with that question, Oscar?
Attention to the designated grid zone.
Enemy ships are getting closer. On the AM1 Mauler, you can fire all 3 torpedoes at once if you want to. Since torpedoes are pretty difficult to use against battleships anyway, there's no restriction on how many you have to drop. It's just when using a bomber with a lot of bombs, you can only drop 4 at a time. And they're pretty small bombs now anyways. But after this round we're going to do one fun round, which should be over pretty quick. And then the final round with pretty much no restrictions, but I'll tell more about that after this. Yeah, we're getting pretty close to the aircraft spawn. And we need to try a perpendicular torpedo strike. Deutschland is slapping some people with that TF round from the main gun. Trying to find the enemy ship. They're there, okay. I'm sure you can take a Stuka. You could take a Stuka now if you want to as well. No, my torpedoes away. You better turn into that. Set them on fire with a torpedo, that's good. Yeah, you can take a Stuka now if you want to. No mines. You know what? That might be a good restriction to lift. Mines. I think they're already pretty much at the aircraft point. I'll put it in the old chat. That might be a fun restriction to lift. So don't use mines as direct weapons, but use them as mines. Lift the inspections. Because that could be fun to do. So yeah, for use as mines and not direct impact bombs. Go ham with the mines. I think they're pretty much around here-ish. If not closer. Let me check. It might actually be a lot closer than that, pardon me. Yeah, they're already pretty much at the aircraft spawn. They're at the... They're on my right hand side, they're like there. And there's a Sherbakov straggling behind. That's fine. Ooh. 37 straight to the face. Another perpendicular hit, but I do not know what kind of damage I did. I really want to use my D4Ys with this bomb loadout. I'll do that. I think against battleships it'll fine with the 500 pound, 250 pound bomb, 250 kilo bomb now. There we go. Although I need to reword it better. Let's use the 60s. Yeah, they're well beyond the aircraft spawn now. I say if the ships reach the middle in between the two aircraft spawns, we are lifting our restriction of bombs back to 500 pounds. We still have a lot of ships around, but their battleships are leading the charge by the looks of it. That or the destroyers must have slipped past us. This one Sharn horse is in a world of hurt. I'm surprised I'm still alive with the amount of hits I've taken. Come on, that Sharn horse is almost sinking. we go. Finally shot down. Torpedo bombing is going into full effect. Look at it. It's when the ships start getting swarmed like that they start taking a lot of damage. How close are they actually? They're still over there. We need to go under a kilometer or two maybe. And as you can see, the rounds can last quite a while with battleships involved. Your mines are firing like cannons. What's it? I do not really... I cannot imagine what that's supposed to mean. Well, at least I cannot visualize it. Well, let's see. Oh. 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 I saw that the mine just projectile out of the plane. Also, yes, you can run out of anti-air ammunition. I've had that happen in other events as well, and that becomes really interesting then. Although the lucky thing about this event, if you run out of aircraft anti-air ammunition, you can hide in the fog. Or at least you can try. Like this guy right here. Oh, he has some anti-aircraft munitions left. So where are they now? Quite halfway. Ooh, that hurt. But maybe I can drop another torpedo. Come on. Ah, torpedo just stopped reloading as well. Damn. I'm gonna say it. Nope. Thank you for the subscription, Batman Gamer 72. I could actually read it correctly. And ooh, Winox, thank you as well. Not sure who's actually watching now, but thank you anyways. We are going to lift the restriction on bombs. Wait. I can spell. Lines with 2 P's, not 2 L's. There we go. And now those battleships are going to sink a lot quicker. Yeah, there's still a lot of ships afloat, but they're spread out. They're spread out a lot. Let's see what these bombs can do. Not 500 kilo, 500 pounds. 500 kilos is a bit too big for now. Oops, I haven't dropped a bomb. I'm gonna raise the restrictions further when the ships get further. Killer.
Attention to the designated grid square.
And missed as well. Ooh, that Charmers might be going down by crew loss. The Sherbakov still has a lot of anti-air. Yep, 250 kg is good. Let me just do affirmative. And that's our first battleship sunk again. Now to hunt the others. That's Naoba. Gonna put one bomb into him and one bomb into this Scharnhorst. I'm sorry. The bombing will happen. Naoba is also one of my favorite cruisers. And I might actually... Ooh, no, the reload is too long. There we go again. And because we can go 250 kilos now... Ooh, we have 100 kilos on this one. Let's use that. A bit more balanced.
Attack enemy base.
I forgot that the army planes actually have different bomb weights compared to the navy planes for Japan. There goes his gear, but not like he needs it. So 4 bombs at once, that was the limit. And there's no, that's just sitting there. And he knows what he's doing with holding its fire. Do we have 250s as well? We do, 3 of them. There goes the Sherbakov. One of the more dangerous AA ships. Yeah, but that is not possible. So you can always ammo-rack those ships. We have a Kronstadt, a Scharnhorst out there as well. Oh, please don't keep people. They're fine. There we go. There's an Alaska in the back. I'm starting to get the feeling the ships either are trying to form up again, or are purposely not progressing as to not get further aircraft restrictions lifted. But if we're not going to see any ship progress, I'm going to work on time. Because it has been running for quite a while and I do want to do 2 more rounds. So I'm going to say at 5 hours left, all gloves are off. We can take whatever, well, still no jets, still no turboprops, but then bomb restrictions are off. Or should I maybe just... I need to check. I can't fly this plane anymore. Let's see. What restrictions did I lift? I don't really want to see people using P8s and Lancasters, because that'll just one-shot something. But I'd go as far as to say 2,000 pounds to 1,000 kilos, as the time reaches 1. Like 1 hour past, 5 hours left. Then we can go up to 2,000 pounds, 1,000 kilos. Just to get the match over with. Not anything. They don't. They do if you place them well, but they won't if you just hit the deck with it. They will one-shot cruisers, I'll grant you that much. They'll one-shot cruisers. But we just need to get this match over with. Because I want to do the next round. Yes. Roughly. Yeah, it'll be fine, Yuki. We just need to get this round over with. Remember, the ships in this event can't really win. It's designed so the ships can't. They just have fun with around here. Not for the ships to win. But Alaska's flooding. Ouch. That hurts. It's almost 20 mils. And there we go. But yeah, as you can see, it's just battleships are tough enough to just make it through. But slowly but surely they will sink. More minutes until we can drop the big boy bombs.
Attention to the map.
There's still a Dulio around as well. Okay. No, 1 more minute. 1 more minute. Have patience. The Alaska is being bullied. $30 seconds. Ooh, we don't want to use napalm. It's a bit too good on ships. Well, napalm doesn't really kill ships all that quickly, but it's not fun being a ship and being struck by napalm. It really isn't. That's the main reason why I don't want to see it. And big bombs now. Yep. 2,000 pounders, 1,000 kilo bombs are a go. And did a ship slip past us? I'm just gonna scour this a bit. Because there was indeed a Scharnhorst next to the Alaska, and we don't know where it is anymore. Tulio has been mined. Which is fine since we're using the big boy bombs now. I think I'm going to take some big bombs too. Torpedoes won't work. And let me put it this way as well, just so we can end this match. At 4:45, we'll just end the game. We'll go back to the hangar, do at least the fun round. But at 4:45, any ship still left standing has done what they could. It's hell, actually, now to say that, I think they've all sunk. It's sunk. Because if so, we go back to the hangar and we'll try to do a fun round. What I think could be fun. I think we'll just call it. It's just one more ship remaining. And by the time we'll find them, it'll be way too annoying to get. So everybody back to the hangar. We could have, but it's a bit more... I don't know. I know that this event works because I've done it in the past. Still enjoyed it. I think it was still enjoyable. I don't know if it was as enjoyable for the ships because I haven't played the ship too often. Ah, yeah, I know. Okay, but everybody back to the hangar. And what we'll do, if they want to get all back to the hangar. So now what we're going to do is one Scharnhorst, just the one. And that Scharnhorst is going to get pummeled by a lot of low-tier torpedo bombers. So who wants to be the Piñata, really? Okay. Yuki volunteers for the Scharnhorst. That's fine. So only one ship will be present here. I want to do one because I think that'll be more fun because I'm going to lift the fog as well. And with two Scharnhorsts, it's very possible that they just won't go through. Not 264, no, we need a torpedo bomber. A small one. So off the top of my head, acceptable torpedo bombers for this, in my opinion, would be the Swordfish, if you have it. The TBD-1 Devastator torpedo bomber for America. Germany doesn't have one. Not that I know of, at least. Does Italy have a low-tier BR? Like a single-engine torpedo bomber? Basically, is it a single-engine torpedo bomber and is it slow enough to keep up with a Swordfish? That's all it needs to be. Preferably as many Swordfish as possible. And I think it looks like we'll have two Scharnhorsts then. That's fine, Deutschland and Yuki. King Rook, though, I'd prefer if you get into an aircraft. If you get Star Team or leave, that's fine. Ah yes, that's a good point as well, Yuki. We cannot use the late war torpedo for America. So just to reiterate, for the British, I think this is my... Where's on earth is my Swordfish again? There it is. So the Swordfish, or for the Americans, we have, which should be I think in this line, a TBD-1. And a TBD-1 can only use the normal Mark 13, which is a crap torpedo when it comes to drop performance, but that's the only one you can use. I'd rather have everybody be a torpedo bomber, so we can all fly information towards the two Scharnhorsts. If they don't do anything, it's just the one wave. I just want the one wave of swordfish, and that's it. So I'm going to just quickly change this to clear. And we'll continue on. I'm personally going to take the swordfish. There we are. With torpedoes. If it's getting late for people, I understand, you can go. TBD1 is okay, as I said. TBD1 is okay, but you have to take the Mark 13. Normal Mark 13. B5 annals, no. Although, if you don't have any of the other two, a B5N I think would do. But yeah, we'll do this. Sure thing, JPO. It's fine. We'll just do this last one for a bit of fun. Not really. The torpedo's payload is actually less than the American one. Torpedo's a bit faster though, of course. And everybody's ready, so we'll just head off, because I don't think we're going to get more people joining. Anybody who did join, I hope you had fun. So that's good. And we'll do this one. Remember, aircraft spawn number 3. And ship spawn number 3. Third thing. Yeah, it's getting quite late for the Europeans, I'm betting. And thank you for joining. I hope everybody had fun anyways. I understand having to leave at this point. And now we can actually see what this map looks like normally. Raptors will probably try and join them anyways, but it's fine. This is going to be a long while to get there. What's the actual drop altitude? 105. Flying a bit slower as well, so others can catch up. It seems the turtle has some issues. Now, I will also say, for the battleship captain still present, I kind of lied to you about what we're going to do. So we're going to do torpedo runs, or the swordfish, but that's only the first wave. After that, I want to propose something else. And that would be, let me think. There's a point of Lorraine, good stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna go full throttle again. I'm gonna try and find information, a rough one. I'm going to put this in the old chat so the battleship captains can read it. That's not the plan, and I'm still in the chat. That's not the plan either. There we go. First wave. I kind of want to try that out. After this first wave. Materials having some issues. Or you might just be waiting for the next wave. You have to wait a bit for milk, he's catching up. Healing all 250 meters-ish. Yep, that's just spamming, of course. Yep, we need to slow down for milk to catch up. So it's going to be a bit of a difficult formation flight until he catches up. We should be catching up. Heroes also spawned in at the wrong spawn point. It's fine. Yeah, we're just gonna have to fly slow. Oof. Please let it go. You are indeed the only American. And we have to turn around to get... Actually... we might as well just respawn for Tyrael maybe? Yeah. Sorry guys, but I think we might want to respawn this air wave so we can catch up to Tyrael. Sure. We really need to respawn because it's kind of a shame we leave this tonight. So I'm going to respawn. If that first wave wants to go in like that, that's fine. But I'm going to join these guys. Yes, Milky didn't have to respawn because now Tyrael is ahead. Tyrael is just gonna... Yep, that's fine. Everybody will just form up again. And we'll form up in Tyrael. Some ship AA already visible. Really makes this map feel even bigger when you can actually see how far you have to go. Okay, there we go. And we'll form up on him. Alrighty, I understand, Iron. It's getting late. I'm sorry about that as well. But yeah, this is the last round we'll do tonight as well. Just because of the time. Seems we're flying at 50% throttle. A bit more actually. Just waiting for everybody to form up again. We're not going to respawn again. Or somebody jumped in late, I'm so sorry. We can of course fly really slow and hope that they can catch up, but they're not going to respawn. just take too long. At 5 kilometers he should be able to catch up. Now with as small as a wave we have left, we are most likely going to get shredded. That's just something we'll have to live with. As after this round, after this flight, we'll all be taking jets. I need to think what jets I actually want to take. $164, roger that. That is in SPD by the looks of it, and not IAS. French should be catching up at this rate. Yep, the other guy is slowly but surely catching up as we go like this. And now we just sit back and relax, basically. Hands off the controls and just fly level. Keep an eye on our speed. And where are we on the map? Already there. Where does Halo go? There he is. At 10 minutes in, the ships will be around here. Roughly. And I think by the time we'll get there, the ships will be in the bend. And as soon as Frankie, or Frenchie, whatever it is, catches up, we can go full throttle. Yeah, there he is, he's catching up. Now, I would actually suggest we don't stick too close together, because 11-inch HEVTF from the Scharnhorst will mess us up if we stay too close. But that'll be for when we actually attack. And also we need to remember our drop altitude of 105 meters, or 300 feet. Down again. Problem, of course, as well, now that the fog is raised, they can use their AI gunners all they please. Let's try to not crash into somebody, not at this late stage. Let's just open the distance a bit more. Seems that Halo is already planning the attack. I think it's about time we get ready too. What's the drop speed again? 281. I'll be surprised if I can push this plane past 281. Remember, if you get shot down, get yourself in a jet. What was it? No higher than 9.0. And with the same bomb restrictions we've been working on before. And just do that stuff. Here come the big guns. You can use a 264, but remember our bomb restrictions. There have to be really small bombs. Well, 100 kilo bombs. If the 264 carries that. It seems the Lorraine is not keeping up with them. We're at the correct altitude and oop, somebody dipped into the water. Up. There we go. Mine hit and predictably did next to no damage. And now we can bring whatever you want. As long as it's below 9.0. What do I bring? What on earth do I bring? Because the Japanese don't really have good jets for this kind of stuff. And neither... look at Paris. Although do they have 250-pound bombs? They do not. They have 500s. Do the Lancasters or Lincolns have them? That they do. So let's do that then. And something quick, some kind of jet. Rockets or something else like that. I don't actually have many jets. I'll take the Sea-Vixen along. And let's see what kind of havoc we can inflict with these aircraft. bombs are these? 540, that's a bit too big for now. Could bring bullpups along if I felt like it. But let's do Shackleton first. Correct spawn point. And that's probably a good choice. And people left, I understand that. I think I might actually... No, I'll see if I can finish this match. But I might actually call it for tonight as well, seeing as custom battle's pretty much over. People have had their fun. So yeah. I think I might actually just finish the stream here, also continue this custom battle. There's nothing much left to really see. If there's any more questions about anything else, feel free to ask, because I am going to end it pretty soon. I'll be back on Monday, usual time, with some kind of more grinding, I guess. Other than that, I was going to... I have plans that somewhere this month in a weekend to stream another naval game, but I'll have to see about that. Other than that, thank you all for watching, thank you for participating, especially in the first 2 rounds, made it really fun, and I'll see you all on Monday.